Okay, so you know how we do deep dives on all kinds of topics, right? Well, buckle up because today we're taking a plunge into the wild world of disastrous first dates.
Yeah, that's something else. You'd think with how much emphasis we put on first impressions, people would be better at them.
Right, you'd think. But thankfully for our entertainment, that's not always the case. We've got a treasure trove of stories from the Pasted Text podcast, specifically an episode they did called Worst First Dates Ever, and let me tell you, these are something else.
Oh, I can only imagine. What kind of disasters are we talking about here?
Well, picture this, right? You're all dressed up, excited to meet this new person, and they show up with a taxidermied cat.
Oh, what now? Okay, that's a new one. I've heard it all now. I mean, what do you even say to that?
Right. Like, is that a conversation starter or a run for the hills situation? I guess it depends on how much you love that taxidermy.
I mean, on the one hand, major props for originality, right? But on the other hand, yikes. Talk about a red flag. It makes you wonder about boundaries. What's okay to bring on a first date? What's not? It's almost like a social experiment.
It's true. It's like, are you trying to weed out the weak or just really, really into stuffed animals? And this is just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. How about the date who spent the entire time talking about their ex?
Classic. Never fails. But seriously, who does that? Haven't they heard of reading the room? Or maybe they just really, really miss their ex? That's kind of sad.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, first dates should be about getting to know each other, not rehashing old flames. Maybe a little self-awareness is in order there.
100%. Like, dude, you're on a date, not in therapy. Although maybe some therapy wouldn't hurt in this case.
Maybe. Okay, ready for another one. This one's a bit more modern. We've got a story about a date who was glued to their phone the entire time.
The classic phone snub. A tale as old as time. Or at least as old as smartphones. It's almost become a cliche, but it's so rude. It's like, am I not interesting enough for you?
Right. It's like, are we even on a date right now? Like, at least have the decency to pretend you're interested, you know?
Absolutely. And it's not just about being polite, it's about being present. We're so addicted to our devices that we've forgotten how to just be in the moment connecting with another human being.
It's true. And that's kind of a bummer when you think about it. We've got all this technology to supposedly connect us, but it's also making us terrible at actual face-to-face connection.
It's a real paradox. So what do we do about it? How do we navigate these dating disasters?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, is there even a way to save some of these situations, or are they just lost causes?
Well, I'm an optimist, so I like to think there's always hope. For example, maybe with the phone person, you could try a playful, hey, is that Mark Zuckerberg trying to reach you? You know, just something to break the ice, maybe get them to put the phone down.
Oh, I like that. A little humor to disarm the situation. That's clever.
Right. It's all about finding a way to communicate what you need, even if it's just put the phone down and talk to me.
That's awesome. It seems like a recurring theme here is communication, right? Like being upfront about what you're looking for, what you're comfortable with.
Yes, 100%. Communication is key in any relationship, especially a romantic one. It's okay to have boundaries, and it's okay to express them.
That's such good advice. So for our listeners out there who might be feeling a little discouraged about the whole dating scene after hearing these stories, what would you tell them?
You know, dating is a numbers game, right? Not every first date is going to be a fairy tale. There are going to be some awkward moments, some duds, even some downright disasters. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. Don't let it discourage you. Just get back out there.
I love that. It's all about the journey, right? Not just the destination.
Exactly. And remember, even the worst dates can teach us something. They can teach us about ourselves, what we want, what we don't want. It's all valuable information.
That's so true. Sometimes the worst experiences make the best stories. At least we can laugh about it later, right?
So knows, maybe someday you'll be the one sharing your epic first date disaster story on a podcast.
Oh man, the thought of it. But seriously, you've given us so much to think about. Next time I go on a date, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to these things.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, this has been enlightening and entertaining all at the same time. Thanks for diving into the dumpster fire of dating with me today.
Anytime. And to everyone listening, good luck out there. You got this.
Until next time.